Hi guys, I'm gonna be showing you how, I'm on a fast, but I'm gonna show you how to make a cauliflower soup. I'm gonna make this for my son because I have a cauliflower I picked up the other day and the outside of it is going bad. So I just wanna go ahead and cook it and make it into something because I like to keep food ready in the refrigerator. I'm not eating until Saturday, but I have to still feed my family. So I'm going to show you what I'm making for him. Later on today, for my dinner, I'm having a watermelon drink for dinner. So I'm going to make that later. But let's make this. And then after this, we're going to do our workout, right? After this. So I was with my daughter the other day, and I came across a cauliflower. I said, this one is marked down. I was shocked it was marked down, I guess because the outside of it is going bad. But I'm going to tell you, when you have some fruit or a vegetable or something you want to cook that's going bad, just rinse it off with a little vinegar water. Like the outside is bad, but the inside of the cauliflower is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It is like, let me see. It is like one piece on the cauliflower up here by the leaf part that's bad. This is a very, look at that. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm gonna, the outside is turning light, but I'm gonna make him a cauliflower. I'm gonna mix it with some corn and make it into a cauliflower soup, like a stew kinda. And if he's hungry, he can eat that, you know. So first, let's get it out of this the shell here that it's in, and then we can cook it. And we'll cut off all of the bad part. Rinse this in some vinegar. We're going to rinse it in a little vinegar water, the cauliflower, and then begin to cut it up. Just want to break it out of the thing it's in there. And then soak it a little bit. Do a little washing on it, and then chop it up and add it to the pot. I told you guys I'm getting ready to go vegan the next time I shop at the store. I'm going to be buying all vegan basically, because I've been watching a video that tells that we don't actually need all of that protein from meat. Our bodies was not designed for it. I know you hear that all the time, but it really wasn't. What really shocked me was when I heard that animals don't eat meat. They only eat it when they are babies because they're growing real fast. But once they grow up, they don't use meat anymore. They stop giving them meat. Look at how small that cauliflower is. But I'm going to soak it in a bowl and then cut it up, and we're going to make a soup out of it. Cut off all of the bad parts of anything that I see that's like this color or bad. Because this is a very good cauliflower. You can't really even see any bad parts. Only one bad part on here. Soak in a little bit of vinegar, and it's not even that bad. So once we soak it, we're going to get the corn out. We're going to make some soup, and I just want to show you what I put in it in case you want to make this for your family. Cauliflower is inexpensive. It's going to be with corn and cauliflower, basically. That's all it's going to be in it. I'm going to let it soak here for just a second to make sure it's completely cleaned off. Very pretty orange color. I can't eat it. I'm fasting, but I'm gonna make it for him because 2 days I don't want to have to be up in the kitchen talking about, oh, I gotta cook. So I'm gonna keep something in here already ready for him so he can just get it and eat it, warm it up and eat it. We still have that pot I made in there yesterday with that leftover chicken and whatever was in there. You know, that's the last meat in my freezer right there. So I'm going to be headed back to the store, but I won't be buying no meat over the weekend, you know, won't be buying no meat. I'm gonna be going back to the store to pick up things to cook for next week. For me and him, but he's gonna be totally shocked when he see his menu next week because there will not be any meat included. It will be all vegetables and fruits. My child was sick for a very long time, and I hear a video that say that meat is linked to depression and different illnesses like that. I'm gonna get him off of that and myself too, because I don't want him taking all that medicine, and I don't want myself taking blood pressure medicine. I'm not a diabetic, but you know what they tell you at the hospital. Next time you're gonna be as a diabetic, number one, I shouldn't even be having high blood pressure. Number one. So something, it's inflammation in my body somewhere. And you know if you got inflammation, it's best to go vegan. You don't want to get sicker than what you are. Okay, so we're going to add our pot here. We're going to be using, I'm not going to be using a guac. I'm just going to use some coconut milk. And so we're going to add some corn in there. And coconut milk. I don't have any coconut oil. I wish I had vegan butter. I'm going to do about a cup of corn with this. 1 big cup corn. Okay. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I hate to use a butter, but it's the only butter I add. I got to buy all things, everything vegan. Not only my pantry, but I got to add vegan pantry now. It's going to all be so interesting, but you got to do what you got to do to be healthy, right? So I'm going to add a little bit coconut milk in here with this corn. Let that cook up. To that, we're going to add some water, a cup of water. Okay. And we're going to let that start going. I'm going to chop up my cauliflower. It's going in there. Simple ingredients. Make sure it's rinsed out really good. Nothing looking discolored on it or anything. So let's chop up this cauliflower, throw it right on in the pot. He is going to love this. It's a cauliflower corn stew. No veggies, just cauliflower and corn. Orange cauliflower. It looks so good, right? I can't eat anything today. I'll just taste a little bit once it's done. Make sure it's done right. It's almost like I'm making a corn and a rice, basically, but it's a cauliflower. You know, you use cauliflower for rice. You use it for rice, for wings, anything almost. Just the right size. It don't have to be that big. I don't want to put too much of a stem in it. Just the other part. It's called cooking yourself back to good health again, right? So we got about a plate of cauliflower here out of all of this, kind of cut up. You're going to add this right on in with the corn and the coconut and let it simmer. Let it cook up for about maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes, an hour, just enough to make sure all of this is tender and soft. Cook it. You want to cook to pieces so you don't even see it there. You know, this cauliflower can cook all the way down like it was a rice. He is going to love this. I'm going to add another half cup of water, and I'm going to add a little flour because I want it to be creamy. Now, my ingredients, I'm going to add some turmeric in here, about a teaspoon of turmeric. Give it a good flavor. I mean, a teaspoon of cumin. This is cumin. A teaspoon of cumin. Let's see. Got parsley over here. Got oregano. I'm going to add a little garlic pepper salt. Good flavor, garlic pepper. Hope you don't want to throw it out. You need some salt in it. We're going to add some turmeric in there. So I got cumin, turmeric, garlic pepper, and that's it. I'm going to add some brown sugar and some flour. So a teaspoon of brown sugar in there. Give it a little sweetness. And we're going to add a teaspoon of flour and a teaspoon of oil so we can make it into a gravy. Just a little bit of flour in there so it'll be creamy. I wish I had good oil. I've got to invest in getting me some good oils, like avocado oil, sesame oil, coconut oil. This is just a vegetable oil. You know, I was eating so unright. So now I know I've got to make a change with my eating. I know it's to the best, you know, it's for the best. I'm going to add a little bit more water, and then I'm just going to let that simmer. And when he's ready to eat, he's going to have something so good. Half a cup of water in there. It'll be cooking up for a minute, and just add the lid and let it simmer. And I'll let you see what it turned out to be when it's done.